What is the difference between a software engineer and a software developer? First, software developers masquerade as software engineers, but what is the major difference between the two? Software developers are usually just individual contributors in a team, right? These are the people who are going to write code, they ship specific features. Their main work is development work. They contribute code to the projects. But software engineers are the ones who have the holistic view of a project from a system level standpoint. Software engineers are the one who get involved from the beginning stage of the development life cycle all the way to deployment and any sort of maintenance that is required afterwards. In terms of what they mainly do, software developers are going to be individual contributors who contribute code, while software engineers deal mostly with system design. So these are some of the sort of non-functional work, like designing the architecture of the project, dealing with the deployment, scalability, and the likes. That is why when you're working at a company, you usually start as a software developer. Then as you go up and as you end up understanding more and more needs of the project, that is when you scale up to being a software engineer. So usually levels that you go through. Now, what are some of the easiest ways to figure out whether you're a software developer or a software engineer? Apart from what I've mentioned, where you have studied does create a difference. For example, if you're someone who has gone through a coding bootcamp and you're just getting started, then you're most probably a software developer, because coding bootcamps will teach you how to build projects and they'll teach you how to be an individual contributor. Very few of them will teach you how to be a software engineer. But if you're someone who has already gone through, let's say, a degree, you've done computer science, you've done software engineering degree, you understand every standpoint of how projects are built, and you're now writing your code and everything, then you're most probably a software engineer. But again, the difference is usually not that big. You'll find that in most companies, the software engineers are the one who will still do most of the development work. So they'll just combine everything else. It will depend on the company that you work at, and it will also depend on what you can be able to contribute as an individual in a team or in a company.